All right, big deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to do just two more like that. Big deep breath in. Exhale. This time, step it out. Wide stance. Bend into your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Shake those fingers out. Shake those shoulders out. Hands on your thighs. Let's move through our cat-cow. Inhaling and exhaling. Rolling and rounding. And then continue that cat-cow motion, but just drop over to your left side. So you're going to get a little bit of a different angle here. And then back through center, other way, rolling and extending, rolling and extending, and then back through center, abs in, big deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to sit right back down, but this time, you're going to keep that tailbone long and those abs in. We're in a little baby plie position. We're going to lift up and bring it down. Just bending and straightening. Toes are turned out as you come up and down. Again, it's not that booty back squat. It's more of the plie. If you want to bring your hands to heart center, that's fine. You could also bring your arms in front for a little extra challenge, bringing those levers the other way, creating a little more resistance. A couple more like this, thinking about growing tall through your spine as you sit down, head is up, shoulders are back. Couple more here. Good, last two. And then this time we'll sit in that plie, pull our abs in, knees are bent, lift your heels, tap them down, lift and lower your heels, but your legs are staying bent. So it's just a little bit of calf work here. So you may feel this a little more in your quads as you lift your heels up. Good, just a few more, lifting and lowering. Hopefully you do feel it in your calves. Two more. And then hold up on those tippy toes and come on up. Put your heels down, sit down, up on the tippy toes, up, back on the heels and down. So then you can make that, again, fluid motion. You can add arms if you want, plie, but spine tall, abs in, everything delightfully extended. Couple more. Last one, we sit down, we lift those heels, we hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. We're going to stretch out just a tiny bit. So let's step forward with the right foot, left leg behind you. Tuck the hips under so you get a nice stretch down the front of that leg. And then straighten that back leg and bend your front knee so that you get a little calf stretch. Bend the back knee to take it deeper in your soleus. Roll up on your toes, roll the foot out, toes out, heel in, and again, bend, and then we'll roll up, tippy toes in, heel out, lunge, and bend. We'll switch it up, left leg forward, right leg back, lunge, press that heel, oh, sorry, tuck the hip under first, get that stretch, and then press that leg straight, bend the knee a little bit, roll up, toes out, heel in, square your hips, lunge, and bend. And then we'll go the other way, toe in, heel out, lunge, and bend. Beautiful. Shake that all out. Come on back to the back of your mat. Wide stance. Bend your knees, roll through a cat. And inhale through a cow. One more time, cat and cow. And then we'll bring that down. We're going to bring our feet onto the mat. Make your way forward in that high plank position. We're going to do just a couple little Pilates push-ups. So elbows bend backwards. They graze your rib cage. If that's not working out for you, you're welcome to go onto the fronts of your thighs. Your hands are pretty close together, but you want enough space that you can bend those elbows backwards, trying to move as a unit. Just a few more here. and press back. We'll leave those hands out front for now. You're gonna bring your palms together, pinkies on the mat, and then rest back. And then just bend your elbows as you bring them back. Having those elbows on the mat might give you a nice little tricep stretch here. And then as you come up, leave that left arm down, lift that right arm open, and then switch that up. And then we'll undulate to our cow-cat a couple times. And then we'll find that beautiful boxy shape. Abs in, tailbone long, stretch that right leg out, press through the heel, get a nice stretch, and then come forward on your tippy toes. And then you're gonna press back again, and forward on your tippy toes one more time, press it back, and then forward on your tippy toes, lift that leg up, stretch, reach, left arm, right leg, holding here, abs in. Option to tap and lift if you want. A little more challenge, keep the arm above eye level, open and close, leg and arm going in opposite directions, or tap, or just hold. A few more seconds here, and then bring all that down. And again, we're gonna cat and cow. And then we'll stretch out that left leg, press through that heel, get a nice stretch, roll forward on your tippy toe, press back again, and forward, and then again, lift that left leg, option to lift the right arm, option to stay there, or lift and lower, or open and close. And then we'll bring that down. We're gonna undulate one more time through that cow-cat. And then we're gonna sit at the front of our mat with our heels out front, legs straight. And we wanna see if we can pull those glutes out from under us to help us sit as tall as possible. Spine nice and tall. And then we get to put our hands here for support, right? So that if our body wants to drop, we're gonna give it some love here. Use your quads to press the backs of the knees closer to the ground, and then drag your heels back, feeling a little bit of hamstring work, and then press down, and again, push the quads to get that extra little resistance at the end. So we drag and we press, a little bit of quad and hamstring work, but at the same time sitting tall through that elongated Pilates spine. More challenge, come just to your fingertips, but keep your spine long. More challenge, no hands at all. More challenge, arms out front. Big challenge would be arms overhead, helping you stay tall while you go through these ranges of motion. The legs go straight. And we're going to shift our weight forward. We're going to bend those knees. Back of the neck is long. We're going to do that same little hinge. Nutmeg is coming to visit. Nutmeg, you going to help me teach? Everybody else did it last week. All right, so here we are, roll down position, abs in, back of the neck is long, arms reach out, and then we'll come up. Deep breath in, exhale back, arms open up, and back we go. Couple more. Beautiful. Last time we go back, we stay with those arms open, and we're going to get a little rotation. Make it fairly small. If you start to feel your vertebra, sit up a little taller, feel your vertebra. If you start to feel like you're crunching down on your vertebra, then sit a little taller. You can also reach the back arm to help keep that lift through your spine. And back to center. Grab those hamstrings, let them help you lower yourself down. And hug those knees in. Get a nice stretch for your low back. All right, and then feet are gonna go on the ground. We're gonna take the left foot just a little ahead of the right one. You can prop those toes up, whatever you want. So it's still slightly bent, but the right one is all the way bent. For ab prep, deep breath in, exhaling, inhale, arms reach up overhead, exhale, bring it down, inhale. Exhale to lift, inhale, arms reach up overhead, and exhale down. Exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down, just two more like that. We lift it up, we reach overhead, we bring it down, we lift it up, we reach overhead, and as you do that, switch your legs. So right leg goes in front and roll it down. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, reach, exhale down. And then one more like that, lift up, reach your arms overhead, and then challenge, bring your arms back out front and see if you could roll a little further up. If you need, you could grab the back of that left leg and see if that can help you roll all the way up, and then you can extend that right leg out. And then you'll use that left leg to help lower yourself down. So we're going into this kind of single leg roll up. Option one, you roll up just like we did before with the ab prep. You do something with your arms and then you come down. Simple. Inhale, exhale, lift, inhale, arms reach, exhale down. Next level, exhale, come up. Use your leg to come up wherever you can go. Here, 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 all the way up, doesn't matter. Inhale at the top and exhale and come back down. And if you don't need any of those for helping to roll up, then you just do a regular roll up. So we've got at least 3 options and I've held up 4. Maybe you have 4 options, right? So you figure out which one is going to work best for you. We're just going to do 2 more on this side and then we'll switch legs. All right, this time when you come down, bend the right knee, stretch that left leg out. It can stay slightly bent or all the way straight. Come up part of the way and reach your arms and then come down, or come up, use your leg to help lift yourself a little further. Wherever you need to stop is fine. You might be stopping, pull yourself up this far and extend one arm. Lots of options here. Actually, that was pretty hard. And then the next time you come down, you're gonna stay there, right knee is bent, left leg is straight. We're gonna bring that right foot back just a little bit so you can lift those hips off the ground, and then that left leg comes up. Here we are, bridge pose. Hover those hands if you can, and just reach through the left toes. Think about angling that right knee forward instead of being scooped or hinged. Reach through those left toes. Option to lift and lower that left leg. Good, left knee bends, bring it down. Let's extend that right leg, just hold it there, hands hovering, or option to lift and lower. And then right knee bends. Woo, bring all that down. Take a break, tuck those hips under, get a nice little stretch of that low back. Increase it by bringing both knees in and curling those knees in. Then we're going to extend that left leg up. We're going to do the lovely stretchy version, kind version of single leg stretch. So left hand to your right knee, right hand to your right ankle. Exhale, stretch and reach. Pull that right knee in a little bit, stretch through those left toes. And inhale, switch it up, reach through the right toes. Option to keep your head down if you prefer. And hug those knees in, quick little break, maybe give them a little circle both ways, little massage here. We'll do slow double leg stretch. So knees are stacked tabletop. Pivot the knees open as you inhale. Exhale, lift your torso. Inhale, point your toes, straighten your legs. Exhale, flex through the heels and reach the arms overhead. Inhale, point the toes and reach, maybe shins, maybe ankles, maybe toes. Exhale down, that's one. Knees open, in tabletop, that's your first step, inhaling. Exhale, lift your torso. Inhale, point your toes. Exhale, flex your heels, arms reach overhead. Inhale, point, lift, reach. Exhale, bring it down. Here we go again. Inhale to open. Exhale to lift. Inhale to point. Exhale, flex and reach. Inhale, point, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point, lift. Exhale, down. You're going to do 4 more on your own. I'll be doing them, so you can look up here if you need to remember. Otherwise, on your own. And relax. Widen those legs. We're going to do a little passive hip flexor stretch. So let the left knee drop in, the right leg drop open. Feel that stretch all the way down the front of that left leg. Right hand can rest on the inside of the right thigh. Left hand can press that left thigh closer to the ground. Back up through center, other way. Let's go back one more time the first way. And the other way. Beautiful. Back through center. Here comes a challenging one we haven't done for a while, neck pull. So you're going to straighten the legs out and flex the toes back towards your face. Fingertips are at the edges of your skull. Deep breath in. Pull the belly button in, tuck your hips under, exhale, lift the shoulder blades off the ground. Now, most of us get a little bit stuck there. So rather than hurtling our body through space, we're going to bend the knees, grab hold, lift ourselves up, and pretend like we didn't do that. Here we are right back where we were. We'll give a little exhale hinge. As always, it's lifted up out of your hips. Inhale back to center. And then as you come back down, if either your heels start to lift or your elbows come in front like that, then instead you want to bend your knees and help yourself down. Now there's no rest for the weary or the wicked because you lift right back up again. You exhale, help yourself through the difficult spot. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, roll it back and down. Inhale, right back up again. Exhale, help yourself up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge. If none of these options are working for you, then you're going to exhale, lift. You'll stop there. Sorry, that was an inhale, lift. You'll stop there. You'll exhale as if you're lifting up. You'll inhale right back where we were. You'll exhale, arms out. You'll inhale back up, and then you come down again. So wherever you are, you start with that inhale. You exhale. Maybe you're staying here. Maybe you're lifting up. You inhale. You exhale, this would be a fold forward. You inhale back to seated, and you exhale down. One more time, your best option. And then knees in, Give them a nice hug, little rock side to side, stack them up tabletop. Here we go, 100. Up you go, inhale, pump those arms. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Options to stay here with your legs, straight up, out on an angle, bend on the inhale and extend on the exhale, totally up to you. And then knees in, quick hug, head down, legs tabletop, ribs pulled down, tailbone lengthened out, or pelvic tilt for toe touches. One leg at a time, or one leg at a time, heel flex. Two legs if you prefer, toes pointed, or heels flexed. And you're gonna bring those legs back up, an option to go to that longer lever, straight legs. Then we're gonna keep all the legs, both of the legs up there. We're gonna do our little side to side pendulum. And then if you want a little more challenge, when your legs go to one side, the other hip comes all the way up off the ground. And if you want a little more, legs go to one side, hip is off. Both hips come off as your toes come overhead, and then you join the other side. And you go the other way, one hip off the ground, both hips off the ground, down and around, up and around, corkscrew. Inhale, start your circle, exhale, finish your circle, and reverse directions. Inhale, up and over, exhale, down and around, go the other way. Inhale, up, over, exhale, down and around. Keep that going for me, please. And then next time you come back to center, keep those legs up. Reach up for the back of the right leg. Two options for scissors. Typical scissors, exhaling, pulling that leg a little closer, or excuse me, inhaling, pulsing, pulse, pulse, or flex through the heel, exhale, and just hold it, don't pulse it. Switch again, exhale, hold and pulse. A little extra hamstring stretch on that one. Totally up to you which version you want to do. And then we'll bend the knees, a little rock side to side, and then as you're ready, heels together, toes apart, froggy position, fingers to the edges of your skull, just like they were a few minutes ago for our neck pull. Lift both shoulder blades off the ground. So that's the most important thing. We're not staying down and we're not going to roll onto a shoulder. We're going to keep them both lifted. You're going to extend your front leg toward me and rotate toward the back of the room without bringing your back elbow across. Back to center, other direction. Back to center and reach, center, and reach, center, reach. Keep that going for me. Again, you're trying to keep both shoulder blades lifted, not rolling onto the opposite shoulder, etc. Big one for the obliques. And then back to center. Ooh, keep that froggy position. Bring your hands around, soles of the feet together. Exhale, rolling up. Flapping those flippers 3 times for your seal. And exhaling to roll. Inhale, pausing at the top. And exhaling to roll. Here we go again. 2 more times. And this time we'll stay up, holding, sitting tall through our spine. And then bend those knees and roll over onto one side. Knees are stacked. Waistline is off the ground for your little mouse house. And let's just do that first version of clam. Top leg is going to lift. Second version, heels go together, toes apart. We pivot open, keeping that mouse house. Next version, knees stay down, heels lift in the air, and we pivot open. And then final version, we're gonna go knee to knee, toe to toe, knee, toe. Quick little rotation through those hips. Should probably feel these pretty quickly. And relax. Ow! Give that hip some love. And let's do side bends today instead of side plank. So you're going to tuck your bottom ankle behind the top ankle. Protect your shoulder as always by pushing it back, lifting up out of it, engaging. And then we're going to straighten out those legs as we lift up. And you're welcome to hold there or bend and reach. Bend and reach. So the knees are actually what's bending. Your hips are coming up and down. You're not moving your feet forward and back. Just a couple more here. And relax all the way down. Let's pivot over onto the other side. So we're going to stack those knees up again for that first version of clam, waistline lifted, and we lift up. Heels together, toes apart, pivot open. And then knees stay on the ground, heels are lifted, pivot open. And then finally, toe to toe, knee to knee, toe, knee, toe, knee. Who's Tony? Yeah, toe, knee, toe, knee. Tony Soprano? Nutmeg, they're not laughing. Last two. And last one, give those hips a little bit of love. As you come up, you're going to slide that bottom leg under the top one at the ankle. Press your shoulder back, lift up out of it, engage those lats, coming up in that side bend. And then we separate the knees and back up again. If you don't like this, you can certainly come up into a side plank, but you'll need to walk your feet forward. Just a couple more like that for me, please. And gently come down and meet me on your abs, please. Forehead resting on your hands. Reach one leg and then the other. So all 10 toes stay on the ground, but your kneecaps are lifted. Hands underneath your shoulders. Belly button pulls in. Deep breath in. Exhale, hover and lift that upper body. Inhale here, hold. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, pull back, breaststroke. So this is mostly in that upper back, a little bit into that low back. Kneecaps are lifted. All 10 toenails are pressed into the ground. Tops of your feet. Just a few more there. And then we'll relax, and we're gonna sit all the way back in our shell stretch, hips back on your heels, whatever you want to do with your hands. And then we're gonna come on to our forearms. We're gonna let those hips drop down with the chest. But instead of being saggy, I want you to lift the ribs up as if you're in a pre-plank. Bend that right knee a little bit, bring it down. Left knee bends a little bit, bring it down. Tiny little movement here, a little bit of bend, but we're making sure that this isn't happening, right? We're not moving through the torso. We're staying lifted. If you want to flex through the foot, if you prefer that, feel free. Just a couple more. And then roll onto the tops of the thighs and press yourself up into a front of the thigh plank. From there, you can tuck your toes and lift yourself up in a regular plank. Remember, hands are apart. We're on skis, not tripods. Think about pushing your toes back and your elbows forward. Head in line with your spine. Shoulders are broad. Abs are in. Tailbone tucked under a little bit. Thighs are lifted, and relax. Bring it down, bend those knees, give them a little windshield wiper side to side, loosen up that low back. And then forehead is going to be back on those hands, resting here. You're going to lift that right leg, point it, hold for a moment, bring it down. Left leg, point, reach, and bring it down. Alternating just slowly, one leg at a time. We're going to add the arms. So when the right leg lifts, the left arm lifts. And when that left leg reaches, the right arm reaches. You can leave those arms out front. And then if you want a little more challenge, lift all four limbs, but continue to alternate one lifting a little higher. And then relax. We're going to come back up onto all fours. We'll loosen up that spine by rolling through those cat-cows. So we're going to come back around. We're going to come down to our lying down position again. Hug those knees in. Take a quick little break for that low back. And a little rock side to side. Stack those legs tabletop, arms out into a T, knees drop to one side. Spinal twist. Right leg is going to lift, left leg follows, and knees drop to the right. And then left leg back up, right leg follows, left foot on the ground, right knee comes in, give it a big squeeze, get it really close to your right shoulder, maybe move through that right foot a little bit, and then bring that slightly across so that you can use your left hand to play with your feet. As Carol says, she likes to do this. Get mobility through all those little muscles and bones in your feet. They are so very important. And then we're going to flex through that heel, and now we'll use the right fingertips to press and pull through those toes. And then extend that leg if that's okay with you, still holding on, pointing and flexing, or moving your hands to the ankle. And back through center. We're going to climb our way up to the right ankle, and we're going to stretch that left leg out on the ground, flex through the heel, bend the elbows, bring your nose closer to your knee, flex through those toes, come down with that leg, and then let that leg relax down next to the left one. If we've succeeded in a decent stretch there, the front of the right leg should feel a little more open, low back might feel a little closer to the ground. Let's bend the left knee and cross the right ankle over it. Press that right leg open. Feel free to hold here or reach around, grab your left hamstring, use your right elbow to push that right leg open and hug the left leg in. You can extend that left leg up, get some movement through the left ankle. And then we'll bend it all the way in, give a big hug, and see if you can cross that right knee all the way over top and reach for that left shin. We're going to pull that to the left and toward the chest, left and up, creating a big stretch on that right hip. Option to stay there, option to drop the knees over, or put the left foot on the ground and then drop the knees over. And back through center, uncross. Left leg in, give it a beautiful big hug, get it nice and close to that left shoulder, movement through that little ankle, then bring it across towards your right hand so the right hand can create toe spacers and get movement in between the toes. And you're going to bring that back to center and use the left hand to pull those left toes down. Heel presses the sky. Beautiful stretch here. Point and flex if that would feel good. Reach, stretch, lift yourself up, flex through that right heel, all the way up, pointing those toes, and then flex the heel, bring it with you. And then let that leg come down. Should feel pretty good for a moment. Well, hopefully it feels good for more than a moment. Bend the right knee. Cross the left ankle over, open it up, pressing that leg open. Feel free to stay there or to intensify, grab the back of the right hamstring and pull it closer. Using the left elbow to press the other leg open. You can stretch that right leg up and get some movement there. And then we'll bend that knee and let the left leg cross all the way over, reaching for that right shin. Hug it in and hug it over, in and over, big stretch on that left hip. And then again, I can either drop the knees straight over, or you could put the right foot on the ground and then drop them, or you can just stay with that twisty stretch. And then as you come back out of that twist, meet me on your hands and knees. We'll undulate that cow cat again, forward and back. Hands underneath, toes tucked, lift those knees, press it out. Wide stance. Walk back, nod yes, and shake no, bend the knees, hands on your thighs, round through your cat. Inhale through your cow. Big deep breath in. Thank you. Nutmeg says thank you.